Three, two, one. Wake up, wake up. Had a little technical difficulty there for a few seconds, a few minutes. Wake up. Wake up, Sal. Wake up. Anyone listening? See if I'm listening. You see me? Oh, wake up. Anyone listening? Good. Good to go. Like camera action. See if I'm listening. Yes. Good to go. In the morning, rising sun. Gonna walk, talk, chew, blah, 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 was done. Brent the Blabber. Morning wake up call. Wake up, Betty call. Do not be disparager. Be a persister. Persist. Resist the disparaging remarks and persist to be a persistent, positive person. The setting is a man on a mission, or men and women on a mission. Nehemiah building the wall of Jerusalem. First, we'll start out what stories of perseverance have you and inspired you to persist, to resist disparaging remarks and actions of others. One such story I heard on the internet was a man named Sato. Another country went to preach the good word. Christian went to another country. The Hindu villagers beat him up and left him in a hole to die. But one guy had some remorse and figured, hey, you shouldn't have done that. So he went back, and his wife told him to go back and help him. So he did. He went back and found him still alive and nursed him back to good health. And then he came back, and days later, and then they began praying, worshiping together, doing good things, not bad things. Doing the big man upstairs work brings out detractors and opposition. Pray for those who are persecuted and those who are being persecuted. And those who are persecuting, pray for those that may be like that Hindu fellow that came to his senses, doing goodwill, doing the big man upstairs guidance and helping somebody in need. So pray for that. And what comes to mind is Nehemiah verses chapter 4, verse 1 through 3. But it came to pass. And it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. And he spake before his brethren in the army of Samaria, and said, what do these feeble Jews? Well, will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone walls. So they're disparaging remarks, detractors in opposition toward Nehemiah and the Christians working on building the wall back up. They're saying, hey, they won't be able to do that. Even fox will break it down. Well, looking at what characteristics, promises of God help us to resist. Doing his work brings out detractors and opposition, but through the big man upstairs, through his will, there's a way. There's a will. There's a way. Through prayer and guidance and believing in what comes to heart, mind, soul, and strength to share with others. It builds up. It's building up. It's doing good. If it's breaking down, it's not doing good. So, characteristics through prayer, sacrifice. Just as God gave his only begotten Son, whoever shall believe will have everlasting life. Back on to verses 6 through 9 in Nehemiah chapter 4. So we built the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. But it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth and conspired of all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. Nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God and set a watch against them that day and night because of them. They maintained focus on being upstairs work in the face of opposition. So how can we do the same through would be small, medium, large oppositions, facing those things? We go bump in the day and the night, link prayer with action. Focus on what you can control. Persist to walk, talk, and chew out a righteous life on a daily basis. Reading, writing, pray, fast, meditate, and give. But there should be there. Be persisting to do God's work, do good things, do thick and thin, do the good, the bad, not so good. So keep on keeping on. Keep the faith. Semper Fi, Semper Fidelis. Hoorah. Follow up with a few more verses in Nehemiah chapter 4, verses 14 through 18 to sum it all up, bring it back home together. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles, to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Lord, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters and your wives and your houses. And it came to pass, when our enemies heard that it was known unto us, and God had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all of us to the wall, everyone unto his work. And it came to pass from that time forth, that half of my servants wrought in the work, the other of them held both the spears and the shields and the bows. And the harbingers and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah, they which builded on the wall, and they that bear burdens, and those that laded, everyone with one of his hands wrought in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon. For the builders, everyone had a sword girded by his side, and so builded. And he had that sound of the trumpet was by me. The sound of the trumpet. Build the wall. Protect the wall. Do big master's work. Yeah, all together, and one hand on a weapon to protect them, and the other hand building a wall. What does it feel like for us to work with one hand and persist opposition with the other? They seem. Morning, Daniel. Thanks for joining me this morning. I'm just reading about Nehemiah's plight in chapter 4, building a wall and his opposition. He faced disparaging remarks and actions, but he persisted. Big man upstairs guidance, through prayer, supplication, and one weapon. He was blowing the trumpet, and everyone else building the wall. God's work brings out distractors and oppositions. Our challenge is to be, not to be a disparager, but to be a persister. Do daily prayer and focus on what you can control. There are things I can't control. Sometimes we see ourselves in situations or others get mad over stuff we have no control of. Whether it be control of people jump in front of you on the road, get mad at them, or other things we can't control. People getting mad at us, thinking that we can control certain things or not. But instead of fighting disparaging remarks with disparaging remarks, trade blow for blow, no trade their blow for faith, hope, love. Share a good story, good testimony, bring people together, build up, not break down. I read about Nehemiah building up the wall and facing a amount of odds of people trying to break him down, and it don't feel good. I think there's no hope, but where there's will, there's a way. The will of the big man upstairs guide us through thick and thin. Go to some good verses and some stories of other people facing similar odds of what we face, and then it puts those odds that we're facing to shame. With reading about some of these guys and girls facing big odds, disparaging remarks and actions, how we can face that through some time of prayer, worship together, through song, singing, shouting, and praising, helping others, building up, not breaking down. That's my blab this morning. I'm blab a little bit longer than usual because I'm practicing up some time of worship later on with some men of God, Bible study, a place to go, find somewhere to place to go, whether it be at home or on TV or even a fellowship at a good church. People doing real things for the big man upstairs, helping others, do song, praise, and worship, and getting doctored up at the place of worship. If you want to come to a Fairview Baptist Church on Reese Road, 9:30 Sunday school and 10:30 worship service on Sunday. Reese Road off Maker Road, Fairview Baptist Church. Real people doing real things for the big man upstairs. I'll leave you with that. This is Brent the Blabber signing off for now. Sleep, Semper Fi, always faithful, Semper Fi, never die. Thanks for watching. I'm doing my self-video wake-up call. Watch again anytime on the weekend, 8 a.m. on the weekend. Eastern Standard Time, 7 a.m. on the weekend. I was at 7 a.m. during the week. Sign off for now. Have a good one. Pray and hope you have a good day when you're facing persistence, those disparaging remarks, but persist to resist, to do doing the bad thing, do the good thing, build up.